Secret number 7. Now, let's talk about priority. Priority as in big picture priority. Priority as in business needs priority. Okay? Now, we're here talking about time management, but you cannot be so self-focused, all about you spent the bare minimum amount of time and supposedly got it done. Because if you did not take care of tasks, issues, or challenges relating to the needs of the business at large, if you did not take care of challenges, issues, potential problems that's required by the business at large, there's going to be a long-term problem, long-term price for you to pay. You want to avoid long-term problems. That's why you need to understand priority, okay? Allow me to illustrate the point with a story, okay? When I first graduated with a degree in computer science from the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia, my first profession was a corporate IT engineer. A corporate IT engineer is not all about getting all the IT stuff done. It's about getting the IT stuff done, serving the needs of the corporation at large, okay? So it turned out to be a good opportunity for me to learn about businesses, big and small. And one of the ways to advance your career as a corporate IT engineer is actually getting a job at a different company. So this is why corporate IT engineers switch jobs every 3 years, sometimes every 1 year. Sometimes they do contract work, 6 months here, 3 months over there, 9 months somewhere else. And this is very common in the industry of corporate IT engineering. And there's nothing wrong with it. So I was job searching, and I still remember this one job interview question, okay? And they thought it was a big challenge, and they thought that they threw a curveball at me. And the question was a scenario that went like this. So it's Friday, 4:59. Everyone else in the IT department, they all left. You're the last person still there, okay? And then the phone rang. It's the executive assistant to the chief executive officer, okay? So it's the CEO's secretary. She says the big boss told her to print out something, 50, 100 pages, and he wanted to take it with him onto a plane to read while he is flying to somewhere. This is in the 90s, okay? This is before everybody had whatever devices to read. And she's having trouble printing. So could you come and get the printer to work in her office? And because he is waiting and he needs to take this printout 50 pages to get on the plane. So you say, yes, I'll be there right away, okay? And you hang up the phone, and then before you could leave, the phone rang again. And this time is the payroll lady. And she's in a panic. And she says she's trying to process payroll for the entire company, everybody. Yet something is wrong, okay? And the payroll software is not working, essentially not talking to the bank. Can you come and fix right away? Because if you don't, nobody's getting paid, and the whole company will be angry at you, you the IT guy. So you said, yeah, I'll come and fix right away. And actually, I will call the secretary to the CEO that I need to go fix the payroll software first. So you hang up the phone, and before you could leave your desk, the phone rang again. And this time is the warehouse manager. And he is really, really panicking because the guys down there are busy working on packing up a big order that we just sold. And we're going to FedEx it today, all right? And this driver, they know, this driver, he never waits because he's out, he's whatever tight, he's in a hurry to pick up everything and go to the airport and to catch the flight. But the printer is not printing the FedEx shipping label. So can you come and fix right away? Because the driver is coming. So the question here is, who do you go fix first? Who do you go fix last? Who do you help first? Who do you help last? Which issue should you resolve first, and which issue should you resolve last? Okay? If you're not seasoned in this business, if you have no exposure to business and business concerns, right, the answer that will come to you naturally is, oh, you got to go help the big boss. Otherwise, the big boss will be angry with you. No, that is the wrong answer. The correct answer is you go help the warehouse first. Because, okay, the CEO understand outside customers. Okay, they are number one. They have bought, okay, they are expecting delivery. If what they bought did not get delivered on time, who do you think the customer is going to be very unhappy with, right? If this is one of their biggest customers and they just placed a giant order and they wanted it and they didn't get it on time, do you think they might call up the CEO and complain? Do you think the CEO might lose this account that has been their best customer right? Who buys a lot, who buys all the time, who is a big part of the company's income. So the CEO understand. Okay, the CEO will agree with you. The CEO is going to be fully behind you. If you deprioritized his needs to print out some 50 pages, something to read, and then you jumped in the warehouse and you got the printing label printed out, so we caught with the FedEx shipping and we got the product out the door, right? We kept the customer happy. The CEO is going to give you a thumb up. The CEO is going to like you because he knows that you have business sense, all right? Who are you going to go help the second? Right? Not the CEO, the payroll lady. Because what's going to happen if we don't get to pay our employees? Okay. Now, maybe you could go help the CEO second because he needs to catch a plane, but you have until Sunday night to sort out the payroll issue with the bank because the payroll lady, all she needs to deliver the information to the bank's computer, and the bank has all the way until Monday morning to process the payroll information. If that is the case, then you could go help CEO second, go help payroll third. But if that is not the case, if the bank is expecting this information from your payroll lady on Friday night, then you gotta get the payroll fixed because everybody in the company is waiting for their salary to pay their mortgages, pay their rents, buy their grocery, feed their children. Imagine if no employee got paid because you wanted to help the CEO to print 50 pages, okay? That's not a good situation. The entire company will be arming arms with pitchforks. There's going to be a revolt against both you and the CEO. And do you think the CEO, if he's worth his salary and his stock option, you think he's going to understand the situation? Which one is more important? Employees getting paid or him getting his 50 pages printed out? I think if you helped the payroll lady and then you didn't get a chance to help the CEO's secretary to print out his 50 pages and he got on the plane without his things to read, but knowing his customer is taken care of. You, the IT guy, you took care of his customers. His employees are taken care of. You, the IT guy, you took care of his employees before him. He's going to be not angry. He's going to be happy. He's going to be happy with you. He's going to be like, wow, this young employee, young Michael, he's not just a computer nerd. He has business sense. He knows what's important, what's not important from a business perspective. And he's not intimidated by my title, CEO. And also, I'm twice his age, 3 times his age. He knows, he understands what's behind the scene, the factors that's involved. And this young employee, I like him. He's going to go places. If I have a chance, I'm going to promote him. All right? So that's the beauty, the necessity of understanding business, of knowing what to do first, what to do second. Imagine if you help the CEO, but nobody got paid, no employees got paid, okay, they couldn't pay their mortgages, they got dinged by their own banks for late mortgage payment. They got dinged by their apartment complex management because they were late paying their rent, okay? And then the customers didn't get their products. And yeah, on the Friday night, you made the CEO happy. But on Monday, next week, when the CEO found out what you did or what you did not do you think he's going to be happy with you? Do you think the company is going to be happy with you? Do you think your career advancement might be in jeopardy? Yeah. So understanding priority, understanding business priority is extremely important in time management. One day I was teaching this concept at a group class, and one of the students, and she's kind of a junior, and she works for kind of like a governmental agency, and she raised her hand and she said, I get all these emails from within the government agency, from agency higher ups, asking me for information, and then I only have until 4 o'clock, because at this government office, at 4 o'clock, they get everyone out the door and then shut the door. So I can't even do overtime. I can't even do unpaid overtime. So which one of these emails do I answer first? High quality question. So I told her, you got to understand the organizational structure. These people who are sending you emails asking all these questions. Who has what priority? Who is doing what? Who is in charge of what? Okay. She being so young and so junior and so entry level, she just came back with, so which email do I answer first? Her colleague sitting right next to her, at least twice her age, okay, put her arm around her and then said to me, yeah, at our place, yeah, we do kick everyone out at 4 o'clock. And judging from her body language, from her tonality, okay, from her message, I got the message. Okay, she's using emotional intelligence to tell me, yes, coach, you are correct. And yes, I understand that she doesn't understand. And there's no point holding up the class. We can move on. I am going to explain the situation to her after the class. I will help her out. Okay, so understanding the bigger business picture, understanding organizational structure, okay, understanding the relations between different departments and departmental heads, and understanding the dynamics is extremely important to your time management and your career advancement and your job security. All right. So don't be so focused on just doing your task. You're going to understand, you're going to learn the bigger picture. You got to have curiosity. You got to have a inquisitive mind about learning the bigger picture. What are the factors and the humans and the human factors that are involved to keep this organization turning? Don't forget to like and subscribe. So this way, when I release new educational videos, you will be notified and you will be the first to learn. And also, make sure you send this video to as many people as possible so we can all learn and grow together and help each other to grow together. We're in this together. And if you need private coaching, business consulting, or training, feel free to contact me. And my contact details are linked below.